So that virtual situation last year was something that caused anxiety for a lot of people, parents, teachers, students, because it wasn't necessarily what they were looking for, it's what they had to do. This year for the students who are attending that virtual school in Olathe, it's exactly what they're looking for and the type of school they want to attend. I want to bring in my colleague Jordan Betts here live with me this morning because you also talked to Olathe on the subject of mental health and talking about that anxiety we were just mentioning. Last year, like every other school district in the area, they saw lots of instances of where everyone was just kind of amped up a little bit. Everyone was more tense than they would be in a normal circumstance.
Yeah, they saw an uptick of students with symptoms of anxiety, and they expect that could happen this year. With it being also new, again, I keep talking it's a new school year, but it's something different once again. But they're hoping with students being back in person, maybe a lot of them vaccinated and back with their teachers, to ease that anxiety. And they're also giving more resources this year. And I spoke with two Olathe North students about, that anxiety and what they've been experiencing this past year. So I talked to two seniors, Katie Hernandez and Amaje Harvey. They both said yes, the pandemic took a toll on their mental health. Amaje stated that a lot of people, including herself, that the pandemic caused a bit of loneliness and that she couldn't connect with people very much. And since they were isolated and doing so much online learning, but now they're back in person, but that comes with a different type of stressor.
Now that we're going back to school, everything's going to be paper and actually have deadlines and you have to study, so it's going to be a little bit stressful for us, I think.
It's going to be really nice because a lot of people will be a lot more grateful for the fact that we're back in school, because even if we don't really like school, it was missed, at least on my behalf, of actually being there and having events to go to. And I don't know, I was so scared for my senior year that I wasn't going to be able to have it.
Now, the Olathe School District does offer tons of different types of resources for students, teachers, and staff. They have therapists on hand to talk to, as well as social workers, those counselors. And then they also have active groups in the schools. So Sources of Strength, Zero Reasons Why, which are those two seniors they are part of, and UBU. So lots of resources for students to go to, the counselors or students to go to other students and talk about their mental health.
Do they feel like last year is going to help them adapt to this any better? I mean, they had kind of a year of this and then a few months off for summer break. Do they feel a little bit more prepared than they were last year?
They definitely feel more prepared. It comes with those stressors that you heard her talking about, having to do things on paper all of a sudden. But they feel since they've gone through this whole pandemic that they are really set and they can do school this upcoming year. Imagine those two girls, there's their senior year and they're doing this. I can imagine they are very well prepared for this year. Excellent. They can take anything. Kids are resilient. We've learned that.
Well, we are rooting for them this year, rooting for all of our students that are heading back to school today.